that makes it important because you got to see whether or not it's worth it. And is it worth going back to this doctor over and over and over again? And I, as a doctor, have to show you that worth, and I have to work with you. And I have to work with you. Let's say that you're really on top of your health and you keep track of things. Okay, I have to work with you, and that's going to be easier than I'm working with somebody who doesn't. But I need to, as a doctor. I'm more invested in the process. Now, does this sound in any way similar to higher education? We think it's incredibly similar to higher education. And when you delve a little deeper, you start seeing all kinds of other types of connections. So let's go back to this triple aim that CMS really wanted to create and see if that would apply to higher education. Improve patient experience, because they saw that when you improve the patient's experience, you had better outcomes. Well, why don't you improve the student experience? I'm not talking about making things necessarily easier for people. I'm saying improve the experience. Make it more relevant. Make it something that the student sees. I need to do this, just like a patient needs to see, shit, I'm diabetic. I need to stop eating so many fucking carbs. A doctor had to show me that. A doctor had to get me to buy into that. And that experience is going to fucking suck for me. Having to stop eating carbs, take insulin, jabbing myself multiple times a day, all that bullshit. That experience fucking sucks. I don't even want to do it. So I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to get sicker, and I'm going to get fucked up, and it's going to get more expensive. No, that doctor needs to get me involved. Just like the educational systems need to get students more involved. We need to show you that this is worth it, that your life is going to be better, and you're going to want to fucking do this shit. So if you improve the experience, you're going to improve the outcome. Second triple aim, reduce the cost. Find efficiencies. The cost is way outstripping what graduates can conceivably get out of the starting gate and even beyond. And I don't give a fuck what your degree is. You don't know what is coming your way in the next 10, 15, 20 years, and you have no idea if that information that was dumped into your head when you were in college is going to have any applicability at all with what the fuck you're going to be facing 10, 15, 20 years down the road. You still got to eat. You still got to pay for shit. You're probably going to have some fucking kids. Shit's just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper in terms of your financial needs. And if you're not prepared for it, and you're paying for that education still that isn't giving you what you need down the road, that's fucked up. So education needs to reduce its cost. It needs to leverage technology. Believe me, there's a lot of educators out there that hate fucking technology still. And the whole idea behind the healthcare side of things was to create standardized, what they call meaningful use of technology of keeping track of records and whatnot, so you'd have an electronic health record and you wouldn't bounce into that problem that I mentioned before about, well, did you have a test before? What was the result? I don't fucking know what it was. Well, let me look at your health record. All right, why can't we have health records for our academic and, most importantly, employment health? Because again, that's what this is all about. Healthcare is about staying alive. Education is about staying fucking employed. Or making enough money to where you don't have to stay employed anymore. So let's go to the third, which is improving population health. One by one, if you're helping one by one, you're helping different populations. And if you address different populations as specific populations and give them what those populations need, you have a 75-year-old woman with diabetes and heart disease. Well, she is probably, if you boil it down a little bit more than that, probably within a certain range of protocols and medications that you should consider from the jump. And you would be able to efficiently and effectively administer those and evaluate those and come up with certain guidelines that would show you how effective it was being. If it was being effective, you stay the course. If not, you fucking change it. Why can't you do that with education? And I'm talking about from fucking pre-K on. Because these records have to be monitored just like a doctor does. Just like a healthcare system does. Your academic record should be monitored. It shouldn't just be this flat piece of paper that's basically a document of a dead series of events. Oh, this is all the shit that I did before, and here's these little squiggles that showed what I did in terms of an outcome. I got an A, whatever the fuck that means.